Well, good evening, boxing fans here in Bolton. Wasserman Boxing now bring you bout number 1 of our evening. This is a featherweight contest. First boxer to make his way to the ring, introducing from Manchester, John Spencer.
'Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
And now to make his way to the blue corner, bringing with him a perfect professional fight record from Lancaster, Niall the Style Fielding. Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 4-round contest in the featherweight division. Timekeeper ringside is Gary Grennan of Burnley. Upon the sound of the bell, the scoring referee in charge of this contest is Jamie Kirkpatrick of Preston. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the black shorts this evening, on the weight scales at an even 130 pounds. One career victory, boxing out of Salford, Greater Manchester, introducing John Spencer. And across the ring, wearing white navy trim with orange, stands his undefeated opponent, boxing out of the blue corner. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 129.4 pounds. His fight record, 2 visits to the ring as a professional, both resulting in victory. Standing in the ring undefeated this evening, boxing out of Lancaster, introducing Niall the Style Fielding. Referee Jamie Kirkpatrick will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Okay, lads, both know the rules. Keep the punches up, watch your heads on the inside. Obey my commands at all times, defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to you both, please.
10 seconds, corners. Second out, round 3. Ten seconds, corners. Second up for the 4th and final round.
Pressure again. Left hand tight, pressure in. Chin down, hand tight, pressure in, pressure in. Let that go again. Push forward, Niall. Push forward there, bro. Work there. Let down, let down, let down. Stay there, work. Stay there, work. Big shots now. Big shots now. Nothing coming back. Nothing coming back, bro. Nothing coming back, bro. Big shots now. Big shots. Backing up. Backing up. Big shots now. Backing up, bro. Backing up, mate. Big shots, bro. No way. Backing up. Body first. Body first now. Come on. Backing up. Push it back now. Push it back, bro. Stay there now. Stay there. Don't back up. Pressure in. Power shots. Power shots. Let me know. Stay there. Stay there. Work. Work there. Come on again. Keep the pressure on now. Stay on him. Stay on him, bro. He wants to breathe on. He wants to breathe on. Body again now. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 now. Body there. Pressure. Pressure. Keep it on him. Don't give up 50 seconds. Body. Jab right into the body. Jab up good to the body. Pressure again. Don't worry about the corner. Again. Keep on him now. 3 and 4 now. 3 and 4. Body in there. 3 and 4. Step to the right. Go left, go left. Okay. Step to your right. Step to your right. Step to this one. This one now.
Boxing fans ringside, our featherweight contest goes the full 4 rounds. Our scoring referee, Jamie Kirkpatrick, sees the bout at 40 points to 36 points in favour of the winner. From Lancaster, it's Niall, the Style, Building. And ladies and gentlemen, keep that round of applause going for a great servant to the sport of boxing as he leaves the ring, the gallant John Spencer. Bolton, there we are. He entered the ring undefeated. He leaves the ring undefeated. It is Niall, the Style, Fielding. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a few minutes now before our next bout of the evening. You've very quickly got time to nip to the gents or the ladies. Second contest tonight, a super lightweight bout featuring Joshua Ocampo from Colombia against Salford's Alex Murphy. evening. 3 minutes away. Joshua Ocampo and Alex Murphy. 3 minutes from now. Wasserman Boxing now bring you a super lightweight contest. Boxing fans in Bolton, give a respectful welcome from Colombia, Joshua Ocampo. And now, to make his way to the blue corner, coming to the ring this evening with a perfect fight record from Salford, Greater Manchester, Alex Murphy.
Where it began, I can't begin to know, but then I know touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 4-round contest in the super lightweight division. Timekeeper ringside is Andrew East of Warrington. Upon the sound of the bell, the third man in the ring is one of the world's finest. Introducing A-star referee Steve Gray of Fleetwood. Boxing out of the red corner. Tonight he's wearing the green shorts with black. On the scales at 136.8 pounds. 8 career victories, including 6 going inside the scheduled distance. He boxes out of Cali, Colombia. Introducing Joshua Ocampo. And across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner. He's wearing white, blue and silver. On the scales at 139.2 pounds. His fight record as a professional is perfect. 8 visits to the ring, 8 victories. He boxes out of Salford, Greater Manchester. Introducing the undefeated Alex Murphy. Referee Steve Gray with his final instructions.
Okay, boys, have a cold break, take a step back. Don't deliberately punch around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up. Good luck, lads.
Seconds out, round 1. Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 2. Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 3. Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out for the fourth and final round.
Made that a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be.
Just had to watch. Just had to watch for that right hand.
Yeah. He was fucking, he weren't even looking at when he was throwing it. It was stuff he couldn't land it a couple of times.
I didn't want him to get caught with, you know, just a fluky fucking.
And when he charges, get him in the chips and step across and see him.
Yeah, let him go.
Just let him go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of super lightweight boxing, we ask our scoring referee Steve Gray to decide the bout. He sees it at 40 points to 36 points in favour of the winner. From Salford, Alex Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, keep the round of applause going as well for our Colombian boxer in the ring as well. Show some respect for Joshua Ocampo. Next time he's in the ring, everybody, it will be 9 fights, 9 victories for the undefeated Salford boxer, Alex Murphy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, start to take your seats now. We are 3 minutes away from our next bout this evening. 3 minutes away from the next one. And just to tell you now, we're going to be joined by viewers right around the world via DAZN. So we're going live on a world feed on DAZN, everybody. People are going to be watching all around the globe. So we'll have some really good atmosphere in our Bolton arena this evening. First boxer is going to be from Bolton himself. It is going to be Ashley, the Flash, Maron. Ashley's in the ring against a Bulgarian this evening. It's a super welterweight contest, 4 rounds of boxing. We're live on DAZN in moments from now. Take your seats, everybody. Well, boxing fans, a very good evening and welcome. Joining us here ringside here in the great northwest of England in Bolton, and also extending now a warm welcome to viewers joining us right around the world via the DAZN platform. Wasserman Boxing now bring you a super welterweight contest. This bout scheduled for 4 rounds of boxing. Firstly, to make his way to the ring from Bulgaria, it's Petar Alexandra.
I got this shit.
To make his way to the blue corner this evening, boxing in his hometown of Bolton, it's Ashley, the Flash, Maron. Massive Boxing now bring you a scheduled 4-round contest in the super welterweight division. Timekeeper ringside is Gary Grennan of Burnley. Up on the sound of the bell, the scoring referee in charge of this bout is Jamie Kirkpatrick of Preston. Boxing out of the red corner, wearing the black shorts trimmed with white. On the scales at 148.2 pounds. 4 career victories, including 2 going inside the scheduled distance. He boxes out of Sofia, Bulgaria. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Hector Alexandra! And across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with blue. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 149.8 pounds. His professional fight record is perfect. 3 visits to the ring, 3 victories, 1 going inside the distance. He boxes this evening in his hometown of Bolton, Greater Manchester, introducing the undefeated Ashley the Flash Maron. Referee Jamie Kirkpatrick will now give his final instructions.
Okay, lads, both know the rules. Keep the punches up, watch your heads on the inside, obey my commands at all times and defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck to you both.
Seconds out, round 1.
So 4th professional fight for the tall and rangy figure of Ashley Maron, Flash Ash from West Horton, just down the road from here. And not just the 4th professional outing, but the 4th at this venue. Up against, well, someone who does come to fight in Petar Alexandrov. We've seen him at wars against Nathan Meisner. Remember that at Crystal Palace on a Channel 5 undercard. And he won't make things easy here, Barry, for Maron.
No, and I think he's at the stage now, Maron, when he needs that. And look, oh, good right hand there from Maron there. Little shimmy with the left and then find that right hand over the top. But I think he needs that now. You know, not a massive test. But just something that, you know, just a little bit more adventurous. Some guy that's going to throw back, gives him a little more to think about, and will show more of what he has to offer.
Alexandrov was stopped last time by Zach Evans in Dudley. A rare stoppage defeat for him in recent times. That was back on June the 10th. Evans from Droitwich, former kickboxing champion, Haringey Box Cup finalist, so useful opposition, as is this man, Maron.
There's a shimmy of the shoulders every now and again here, Maron, which is really nice to see. Just gives him an opportunity there just to slip inside the long shots there of Alexandrov and throw those body shots. Good, nice relaxed style, but he's focused there again, nice long shots. He's advancing forward here.
There's a good right hand there from Maron, and looks to load up on that left hook. He talks about his long levers, and as he would, compares himself to Tommy Hearns in terms of the weaponry anyway, but he uses it pretty well.
He's boxing well. I think his shot selection's really good as well. You know, he's just changing the levels there. He's just dipping his legs to the body shots. Like I said, he's just shimmying his shoulders a little bit now and again, so he can throw that left hook through the middle of the guard, and the jab's working well for him.
The jab to head and body so far for Maron.
He's ever hit behind the head there, Alexandrov. That was nice footwork there from Alexandrov. He got round the outside there of Maron, just you can't throw punches behind the head, unfortunately. But the movement was good.
It's been a really good, tight, controlled opening round here from Maron, and Alexandrov taking continual backward steps here.
And what's good to see here from Maron, he's not trying to overcomplicate his work. You know, that nice long left, long right hand's working for him, and he's continuing with that. All the attacks are starting off usually from a solid left hand base. And that's good work. Just picking his shots well here, Maron. From range, everything nice long. See that long right hand, dipping the legs there. Look at his feinting to go low, come over the top. The low left hand there from Alexandra. All good, solid work, but from a long base there from Maron. Started off really well.
Ten seconds, corners. Seconds out, round 2.
Round 2 then of a schedule 4. Ashley Maron, really tall and uses that height well here against Petar Alexandrov. I mentioned at the start of the fight that Alexandrov does try and get inside and try and be a bit more than an opponent. See what he can nick, but he just hasn't been able to do that at all here against Maron.
Yeah, he's just been kept really quiet here by Maron. Every time Alexandra goes to do anything, Maron will poke at that jab or take half a step back. And when you've got the longer reach and the longer feet, that puts you right out of the distance into a safe place.
Great speed as well from Maron, and it's been a really thoughtful performance so far. He's been given time to think, and as he moves up in level, that will change. There's a lot to like about him.
Yeah, and I say it all the time, but for Alexandra to close the gap against a guy who has better judgment of distance and a longer reach is the double jab. You stab with the front foot when you throw that double jab, gives you acceleration, and you get to the target quicker and safer, and then you can do your work.
He's a former opponent of Harlem Eubank, Petar Alexandrov, knocked out by him in Harlem's 8th fight back in 2018 at the York Hall. How far Harlem has come with us since then. Well supported as well, Ashley Maron, which never hurts.
Just took a step on the outside there when he threw that right hand, Maron, and that just messed up the judgment of that right hand. If he would have just kept his foot where it was and turned from the hip, that was a really good shot.
Putting the punches together now here, Maron. Final minute of this second round.
And the little feints as well, just to keep Alexandrov thinking before he sets up an attack here, Maron. Just a little feint now and again. Boxing really well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. You can see the name Alfie, by the way, on Ashley Maron's shorts. The name of his 6-year-old son, spends as much time with him as he can. It's training an Alfie, really. Rather hoping to see a Buddhist monk here at ringside, because Ashley Maron has been using the wise counsel of one and uses meditation as part of his build-up to fights, as part of his routine, but haven't spotted any orange robes so far.
It works for you, keep doing it. Whenever you find you've got to have your little downtime, take your brain off fighting sometimes, and you have to focus yourself, and if that works then brilliant. And it's showing tonight it's working for her.
Seconds, corners. Seconds out, round 3.
The wise voice of John Kays in that Ashley Maron corner, former English super featherweight champion, lost in fights for British and Commonwealth. Maron previously with Joe Pennington at Northside. He's been around good boxing people for years. He's been very well schooled, and now his career is starting to take off.
It's a lovely right hand there from Maron. Not overreaching with it, punching through the target, but then enough above it, just take a lean back as well, so nothing comes back and follows through.
Look at that left hook there, Maron, but missed by some distance.
He's just squaring his feet up, isn't he? I understand what he's trying to do. He's throwing that right hand, square his foot up, and then a bit more of a swing there, swing his body through the left hook, but he's squaring himself up for a potential shot back there. And took a little right hand there off Alexandra.
Shot Braian, don't throw a shot, okay? Shot Braian, no, do not throw.
A little warning there for Alexandra, punching on the break. The thing about Maron as well, Barry, is when you use that lead hand, that jab so well to head and body, everything has to come off that, doesn't it? There was no need almost to go and square his feet up like that.
No, even, he's just trying to close the gap in here, exert the pressure, trying to, as we say, turn the screw a little bit. But yeah, I think you're right. He's going through the boxing by numbers, if you will. It's working for him right now. Everything behind a solid jab. Just seen it there as we were talking. He stepped behind the jab. The best jab he's thrown tonight, actually, because there was weight behind it. And that just really stopped Alexander from his tracks. He's a little too close with the feet there. There was a lovely idea there, slipping the shot, coming over with the right hand, but his foot was a little too close.
He stopped the very durable Darryl Pearce on his pro debut. 2 wins on point since. He builds into his career. Good right hand there from Maron. Caught Alexandrov clean.
But the setup before it was really good. He was sort of like, he was taking a little step to his left, dipping his legs, looked like he was going to throw a left hook to the body, and then threw the right hand over the top. See it there again, there, just a little feint down below.
Final 30 seconds of round number 3 here. It's all going to plan for Ashley Maron, a local man. That'll be the other interesting thing, of course, as his career develops. When he starts to travel, isn't always boxing so close to home. It brings a whole set of challenges as well.
Again, another good control run there from Maron, working behind the jab. Just see it there, then flicking off a little feint with the jab and then throwing a left hook. Dipping his legs now and again as well, get some leverage on the shots, and there was a nice little right hand there as he just advanced forward. Nice control display here from Maron.
Seconds out for the 4th and final round.
Svara Georgiev in that Petar Alexandrov corner. Just trying to get his man going for this 4th and final round. It's a fight that Ashley Maron has dominated, but done so very impressively. He's always expected to win here and win every round, but it's the way you do it.
It is, because when you've got opponents like Alexandrov, good shot. You can get frustrated and a bit like this now, smother your work and get caught in a little bit of a scrappy affair. He's kept his shape really well. Go beyond the jab, and I think this is the right small, right step up for him. Not a huge step up, but the guy's going to throw a few punches back and just make, and we've seen more of Maron here, I think, than in the past.
Said he was a second-hand car salesman for a while, Ashley Maron.
He's gone off him now. He's gone off him a little bit now. Big fan of his up until that point.
Said he wanted to be like Boise and only fools and horses. He's selling himself pretty well. There's nothing second-hand about his skills. Referee's threatening Alexandra off with taking a point off him for punching on the break, but the problem in situations like this is he doesn't much care about that.
Good jab there from Alexandra. But it's been the jab's been the key for Maron. That's controlled everything for him. The pace, the distance.
Now having controlled things behind that jab, he's looking to try and find a finish. Just put a little touch of class at the end of this display. There's a bit of a nick on the left eye of Alexandrov. Fight number 35 for Petar Alexandrov. He's been stopped 8 times. He's very durable. He's getting frustrated here with the referee. Good again, isn't it, from Maron? Everything behind that jab. Catching Alexandrov with that long right hand.
And these are good habits as well for Maron. No, he's learning already in this fight that you don't step in until you hit until the long shot lands. If that long shot lands, then you can step in, then you can move your feet forward. Up until that point, you keep it long. It's been controlled. I've been quite impressed. Actually, it's really controlled display.
Big ticket seller as well, sold between 150 and 200 here. Then certainly doesn't hamper you as you move forward in your pro career. Certainly a fighter you'd watch again. Become a feature of these undercards here in Bolton, and we'll continue to watch and enjoy it. Convincing display from Ashley Maron. And you'd be amazed if he hasn't won every single round on the referee's scorecard.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good controlled display there from young Maron. You know, he worked behind the long jab, you know, and every now and again he stepped behind that jab with, you know, with a step and big solid weight behind the punch, looking for that big right hand, but not overreaching with it. And when he was in distance, he let it go. When he got in close, he tried to work away. Didn't get frustrated by the hold in there by Alexandrov. I thought it was a really good learning fight for him.
Yeah, he's going places potentially. Flash Ash. Shouldn't take too long to do the calculations here. Good team around him. Jamie Carr and John Kays advising him all the way. One of those fighters as well, given his size, and his quality may well end up growing into his power a little bit as well. Let's get the verdict now.
Well, after 4 rounds of super welterweight boxing, we ask our scoring referee Jamie Kirkpatrick to decide the bout, and he sees it at 40 points to 36 points in favour of the winner. He is still undefeated as a professional boxer. It's Ashley the Flash Maron. So we are around 4 minutes now away from our next ring walks. 4 minutes away from our ring walks. If you have just joined us, a very good evening and welcome to our night of world title boxing here in Bolton. Big talented boxer in the ring next, champion in the amateurs. Then we got Cody Smith in the ring, and we're leading to our main event of the evening. 10 o'clock tonight, we're live on Channel 5. Braian Suarez from Argentina against Boston's Lyndon, King Arthur, for the IBO light heavyweight world title. 4 minutes away from our next ring walks. Ladies and gentlemen, Wasserman Boxing now bring you a super lightweight contest. This bout scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. Firstly, to make his way to the red corner, from County Durham, Jordan Ellison. on his way to the blue corner, bringing with him a perfect professional fight record from Darlington, Ben Marksby. To boxing fans joining us here ringside in Bolton, and extending a warm welcome to viewers joining us right around the world via the DAZN platform. Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 6 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. Timekeeper ringside is Andrew East of Warrington. Upon the sound of the bell, the scoring referee in charge is one of the world's finest, introducing A-star referee Steve Gray of Fleetwood. Boxing out of the red corner, on the scales officially at an even 150 pounds, wearing gold and white this evening and bringing to the ring a professional fight record including 14 big victories, 1 going inside the scheduled distance. He boxes out of Seaham, County Durham, introducing Jordan Ellison. And across the ring, standing in the blue corner, stands his undefeated opponent. At the weigh-in, he scaled 141.8 pounds. He proudly stands as a multiple national boxing champion in the amateurs. As a professional, his fight record is perfect. 7 visits to the ring, 7 victories. He boxes out of Darlington, County Durham, introducing the undefeated Ben Marksby. Referee Steve Gray with his final instructions.
Okay, let's have a call break, take a step back. Don't deliberately throw shots to the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Seconds out, round 1.
Well, Ben Marksby has boxed 22 rounds in total, and he's had most of them his own way, but he's up against a very, very tricky opponent here in the shape of Jordan Ellison, who describes himself as the best road warrior out there, says he should have a 50-50 record, but of course he feels doesn't get decisions that maybe he ought to, given his status on nights like this, but he will make life difficult for Marksby. He's better than a journeyman, isn't he, Ellison?
No, he is, and especially when he's fit as well. That you know, sometimes he takes parts of the leg and he's in shape, and that's a real worry there for Marksby. What Marksby has to do against Ellison, some of it with Ellison's experience, is start fast, take that centre of the ring like you sort of doing now, but get punches on the target very, very early. Make Ellison think about what you're doing before he plans what he's doing.
A flurry there from Marksby. He's boxed once this year, beat Ricardo Fernandez on points in Newcastle, wants to be busier than that. Troy Williamson lives 30 seconds from him. He says that he's his big inspiration. Troy is here, delighted to say, at ringside, watching on with great interest. Troy's old title is up for grabs here tonight, later on. Can't write an as we go for that.
A good start so far here from Marksby. Previous contest, he just rushed his work to make it. He got nice fast hands and fast feet. He's overdone it a little bit, just swindled some of his work. But tonight, nice and composed. Nice wide stance there, setting up the more power in the shots.
Very, very strong division in the UK, super lightweight. Many of the big names up towards the top of the rankings. Marksby would love to join that company of Davis and Catterall, of course Eubank, Ritson and Smith, Azim, the names trip off the tongue. Great domestic scene. Got a while before you can join that kind of UK elite though.
Far off with that right hand there, Ellison just skimming the target. He landed with the 1-2 just previously, it was a good shot. It was a good response, though, back from Marksby, which was good to see.
It's been a good display so far, this, from Ben Marksby. Look up there from Ellison as Marksby overbalanced a bit.
Yeah, but Marksby landed with a nice right hand as well then after that little screw shot there from Ellison. Shot again from Ellison, right through the target with that right hand. Again, make Marksby think. Take it back to the amateurs a little bit, where you can't afford to make a mistake. And put his brain into gear. Took the centre to bring there, Marksby, a little bit, not so rushing his work so much, and set up some nice little attacks. As well, work beyond the jab, and start up to the body there, and then put his punch together quite fluently. Just every now and again, Ellison got the range right and landed with a few shots just to keep Marksby honest. But that was a nice little good first round there for young Ben Marksby.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 2.
Jordan Ellison's last win was against Dylan Chima in November of last year, but that was some win. Chima had won Ultimate Boxer, was 7-0, was seemingly going places, and Ellison found a way past him and showed just how dangerous he remains, but good work to the body there from Ben Marksby.
Just a little bit with the fingers of the gloves there from Ashley. Hit a bit of a slap with the shot, but the angle was good.
And a jab to the body, Marksby, to try and set something up.
Yeah, but he held his feet and kept his hands low and then got paid back with a nice little jab from Ellison.
Doubling up the jab now, Marksby.
And this is the difference he's going to find, stepping up to the levels a little bit with Ellison, a little bit more competitive than previous opponents, is that the little mistakes he's making in his previous 7 contests will get paid. Here, you have to pay the price for that.
Ben's dad owned Darlington Boxing Club. He's been in the gym since he was 6 years of age. He's always been marked out for this life. 7-0 coming into this.
Jab there from Ellison.
Yeah, 2 sharp jabs from Jordan Ellison.
This is a feint here, Marksby. Now he's trying to wait Ellison out here, but just every now and again just getting clipped. Good jab.
Ellison was a decent amateur, 37 and 14, turned pro at 19. Reached a couple of decent finals in his career as an amateur, and we've seen in the pros that he knows his way around the ring. This is fight number 68 for him.
Nice there from Marksby, just making Ellison fall short there with that 2-punch combination.
Certainly competitive, this though.
It's what he needs though. I think it's a good fight for him. A fight you can't afford to make mistakes, you know. This round's really close. Good double jab there and a single there from Marksby. That's a weapon not to forget. Low with that right hand there, Marksby, I thought.
Let's not talk about anything being low tonight, Barry.
We were in a similar position, weren't we, last week?
We certainly were.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 3.
I mentioned Jordan Ellison's amateur career. Ben Marksby won national honours in an amateur career that lasted 91 bouts. Really, really skillful, and he's brought that skill set into the pros. Marksby looking to the body again there initially. Had some success in the previous round to the body of Jordan Ellison.
Well, when he dips onto the left hook, he lands with that shot. But he got through the jab right hand before to proceed it.
Ellison was complaining that that was low.
It's a few times that's happened.
Clear message there from Steve Gray.
That's what you need from the referee.
I'm going to wager that everyone in this room knows more about that rule now than they did this time last week.
Do they know? Because even I'm still confused.
I didn't say they knew it inside out, I said they knew more. They've certainly heard about it all week. Good jab there from Jordan Ellison.
That's nice work there from Marksby, though. Just a little half a step back this time means the follow attack was more precise. Got to show that. Oh, good shot left hook there from Ellison. Gonna take a point here.
Well, he's warned him a couple of times. Steve Gray getting Ellison time to recover here. Yeah, and he's going to take a point off him, and over 6 in what is a competitive fight, albeit one that Marksby's winning. It may yet be relevant. He's lucky it's not over 4. Marksby's angry now. Just put his foot on the gas here.
Ooh, low again with that left hook there, Marksby.
And again. Got to be very, very careful here, Ben Marksby, because, well, Steve Gray is one of the best around, and he won't mess around in there.
He throws a long left hook to the body. The left hook's long, so if he's getting his feet too close, oh, good shot.
That's the best shot of the fight.
Felt that there, Ellison. But don't get if you get your front foot too close, then that long left hook's is going to hit the legs or the protector. You got to don't get too close to it if you're going to throw it, or shorten the left hook up.
Marksby again, very close to that belt line. This time Steve Gray said it was okay. Ellison disagrees. Ellison's turn to land a left hand that looked a little low from here.
It was low, blindside the referee though. Good jab there from Marksby.
take a look at some of that significant action here, Barry. There you go.
Well, it's really low, and it's not the first one either. You know, I think he's got away with some. The referee's already warned him for some as well, and you know, I think he had no choice but to take it away. But then when he adjusted that left hook and put it into an uppercut, that was the shot that really Ellison really felt that was probably the best shot he'd thrown so far tonight. There's still a competitive round after that.
Michael Marsden in that Jordan Ellison corner, and Ant Kelly there in your picture with Ben Marksby.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 4.
Real learning fight. Well, it's a bit more than a learning fight for Ben Marksby here, because Ellison has been competitive in every round so far, albeit Marksby's certainly on top, and he's won every round and of course had that point deducted. But Ellison is a real handful.
You just see it there when Marksby overreached, just had to take a short left hook there of Ellison. The good reactions there. See the mistake.
Best win as a pro was against the Jorge Rubio trained Jacob Woolley in February 2017. Jordan Ellison, that was a really good win. Might remember Rubio worked with Luke Campbell and had one fight with Amir Khan, and that was the Bradis Prescott fight. Not a long and fruitful relationship, that one.
Nice work, good head movement there. Following up with a nice looping right hand.
Straight right hand there from Marksby was right on the button as well, but Steve Gray now has another decision to make. Of course, Ellison is in a bit of pain, but he's still going to make the most of this.
It's just the way he sort of throws it up. It's like an uppercut come hook, and he throws it from too low down, and he has to come up, which is not bad if it hits the right target. But then there's another point again now. That's a worry there for Marksby.
Now Steve Gray's doing the right thing. You can't have any complaint about that, can you?
He said as clear as day there, one more and you're out. That almost, in my mind now, that takes the body out of play here for Marksby.
Well, we call these learning fights for a reason, and now he needs to learn how to get to the end of this one and emerge victorious, having had 2 points deducted. Under 2 rounds to go after this one. This could still go very wrong for Marksby. He's on top, certainly.
Shot.
He's really on top here, just starting to unload a little bit. That's better, isn't it, from Marksby?
If you just take a little step round to the side after he throws a combination, but lovely solid shot, just waits there to take something back. But apart from that, that's good work.
And he has, for the time being anyway, consciously, I think, stopped throwing that left hook to the body. Right on cue.
Yeah, that was a good shot, blocked by the gloves there, or the forehand there of Ellison, but yeah, it's a risky business now if he wants to do that, especially on the viewing side of the referee.
Well, a couple of rounds to go after this. Marksby finding this a bit of a struggle. Well, history repeating itself here, Barry.
It is, but it is low again. There, it's on the waistline, but the waistline is not a hittable target there unless the referee states so. So his hits are protected. That right to protected hip. That causes a bit of pain there for Ellison, and because the referee was clear today, right in front of the referee's eyes, he has to After giving already given a public warning, it has to give another one. And now that's really the target that Marksby wants to stay away from. That one more warning, and he gets chucked out. But apart from that, he boxed really well in that round, I thought. But after that, he got his boxing together really well.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
Well, Ben Marksby has said about himself that he tries to box, but sometimes he gets carried away. And that sums up some of what we've seen, I think, in the opening 4 rounds here. Not a bad instinct to have. He's got to use it well, use it wisely. And he looked to the body there with a right hook this time.
Ellison trying to force him to throw from too far out so he can counter with that sharp left hook.
Jordan Ellison has lost his last 6. They've all been this year. He certainly falls into that bracket of competitive, problem-setting journeyman.
But when you're walking Ellison down, you've got to throw plenty of feints, and then after you've thrown 1 or 2 shots, and I wouldn't throw singles with Ellison, then you've got to take a step around the body, but he fires back. Or dip your legs. You can't stay in the same place after you've let your punches go. You have to move.
Well, as you often say, Barry, it's not the throwing of the punch, but what you do after you've thrown it that can be so important.
Yeah, there's so much, isn't it? And I think we see that a little bit tonight in this contest, because every now and again he's landed with a couple of shots and then just held his feet too long, and Ellison's fired back with a nice little counter. And not only does he score the shot, it takes the shine off your work and makes the referee have to think about who's having the better in that little exchange.
Good shot to the body from Ellison, and then that uppercut on the inside that was blocked by Marksby.
Nice left hook there from Marksby in that combination. Ellison just turned into it. Oh, lovely body shot.
Yeah, that was more like it.
So you hear a feint now would be lovely. A real big feint with their front foot. Make Ellison miss and then fire back with a nice little right uppercut left hook combination. Good head movements from Marksby.
That's terrific work from Marksby there. Ellison keeping him very honest though, and there's marking under that left eye of Marksby. Ellison has had success here.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out for the 6th and final round.
So 6th and final round. Ben Marksby and Jordan Ellison here, and go on then, Barry. How have you got it going into the 6th and final round with the 2 points deducted?
Well, I got Marksby just, but with those two public warnings, which they probably rounds that Marksby was going to win anyway, so they wouldn't be a 2-point round on my card, but it still makes it close. It still means that this is a round that Marksby has to win to make sure.
Definitely feels like that, doesn't it? You can see there was real urgency from Michael Marsden in that Jordan Ellison corner. Almost sensing that there is an opportunity there for a significant scalp for his man. Good right hand from Ellison, but great response from Marksby. Marksby very well supported here, and supporters can tell just a little quieter than normal and slightly concerned.
Good jab there from Marksby. Step with that shot then.
You give anyone a 2-point start over 6 rounds, it's difficult, but someone as tricky as Jordan Ellison putting himself in big trouble.
Lovely counters there from Marksby.
2 left hooks to the body as well there from Marksby.
It makes you really nervous, doesn't it?
Well, it does when you're watching on and you know how Steve Gray referees, rightly so, and you've seen the warning. All referees around the world on red alert with regard to low blows this weekend.
Good jab, 1-2 there from Marksby.
It's a good, strong final minute. That was another excellent left to the body. Hasn't deserted that left hook.
Do you know what? He hasn't panicked with the public. I've got to say this about him. But for a young man, he hasn't panicked. He's used that experience from the amateurs to keep his shape. And I think he's boxed better after the public ones than he did prior to those.
It certainly fired him up. 23-year-old heading into the final 30 seconds of unquestionably the toughest test of his career so far. But you said he needed to make absolutely sure of this final round, and he has done here. Great left hook there from Marksby.
Felt that Ellison, see his head rock back.
Ellison caught him on the way in, but Marksby landing plenty of volume here. That was a good scrap, wasn't it? Made all the more intriguing by the low blows. Marksby almost certainly has done enough, but great respect between the two of them there.
Yeah, and you know, it was good to see that he's a good boxer and he looks the part, and he can make the risk make you pay. But he had to create his teeth there and dig it out. And he had to in the end, and he did, and he wanted to, and you could see that. And that little bit of spite in your work, as you see here, happy just to hold your feet, fight that cum shield, and swing away. Not an abandon, he's not just swinging with his eyes closed, but knew he had to push Ellison back and sort of try and bully him a little bit. And I thought he did that in the last round, and I thought that was a really good display and a tricky, hard fight for him.
Yeah. I think Ben Marksby just got a fighter-to-fighter nod of appreciation there from Barry Jones.
Do you know what? That was his first hard fight. That was his first real test. Not a test that, no, if he boxes well, he's going to win. Obviously, we understand that. But Ellison is better than his record suggests. When he's fit, and I know he's training for the fight, it was a fight that if you're not ready, he might have the better of you.
Thanks to Barry, much more to come from him. Let's get now to our MC, Paul Booth.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of super lightweight boxing, we ask our scoring referee, Steve Gray, to decide the bout. He has it at 57 points to 55 points in favour of the winner. From Darlington, Ben Marksby!
57 to 55 then. Marksby passes the test, and he moves to 8-0.
making your way to your seats. 3 minutes till our next ring walk this evening. Wasserman Boxing now bring you a featherweight contest. Firstly, to make his way to the ring, Ellison Casada. And now, to make his way to the blue corner, bringing with him a perfect professional fight record, stunning Cody Smith.
Party people in the place to be. It's about that time.
Yeah, what you know about going out? Head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up, ride you with your truck, beats all with it up, stick a kid, nigga what? Jig with a cut, slip, cut, spit it up. Old ride, get your nut till I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man boom, I done hit everything from Cancun to Cancun. Why you stand on the wall, hand on the wall, lighting up drugs, always fighting up drugs. I'm the reason they made the dress code, they figure out what and why when I'm in my fresh clothes. Dresses I suppose, from my neck to my toes, neck full of gold, baguettes to my rolls, rap shows, the leg goes, rest the hole. How the heat get the key to the rest the hole. East west, so we stay calm, very day, million, the only thing we in the every man, color for the ass, I ain't nothing, so
From the great northwest of England, we're live tonight from Bolton. A very good evening to viewers joining us right around the world via the DAZN platform. Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 6-round contest in the featherweight division. Timekeeper ringside is Gary Grennan of Burnley. Upon the sound of the bell, the scoring referee in charge of this contest is Jamie Kirkpatrick of Preston. Boxing out of the red corner, on the scales at 128.6 pounds, 24 career victories, 9 going inside the scheduled distance. He's wearing the red shorts tonight trimmed with black. Standing in the ring this evening proudly as a former WBA Fedor Centro light flyweight champion. Now boxing out of Girona, Spain, via way of his native Nicaragua. Introducing Ellison Casada. And across the ring stands his undefeated opponent. Tonight he's wearing the solid black shorts with green trim. At yesterday's weigh-in, he officially scaled 130.1 pounds. Proudly standing in the blue corner this evening as a former national champion in the amateurs. As a professional, his fight record is perfect. 2 visits to the ring with 2 victories. He boxes out of Hemsworth, Yorkshire. Introducing Cody Stunning Smith. Referee Jamie Kirkpatrick will now give his final instructions.
Okay, lads, you both know the rules. Keep the punches up, watch your heads on the inside. Obey my commands at all times and defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck to you both.
Second out, round 1.
So time for our main undercard attraction, featuring the very exciting Cody Smith, his 3rd professional fight, guided by Stevie Smith, who is a fine fighter himself. And Stevie says he has always dreamt of taking a fighter from the amateurs all the way to the world title. And he says Cody is that fighter, Barry.
He's looked phenomenal, I have to be honest. In his already short career, there's only 2 fights, but the composure he's shown, shot selection, everything about him, screams a quality fighter. There's bigger test ahead, and tonight's a decent test for him.
Not just 1, but 2 quality fighters alongside me. George Groves here as well. Looking forward to seeing Cody Smith in action here against Ellison Casada.
Yeah, no, I am, and he started really sharp and really confident. There's a look about him already that he looks more experienced, and his handful of bouts that he's already had, the 2 fights. So here, it's a lovely sharp start. Great right hands landed there already.
Little nod of appreciation there from Casada, and Smith mixing it up. Left hook to the body.
What was impressive there, son Smith, just the movement of the feet, just the change of the angle of the feet. There's a little step back, a little slight step to the right. So you can go back again with the right hand.
This Ellison Casada, by the way, has twice been in with Christopher Rosales, WBC flyweight champion. Of course, those days are gone. He's fighting at that kind of level, but very useful opponent certainly, and he comes forward and tries to engage Smith.
Landed a good little body shot as well there.
Yeah, Smith caught between switching orthodox and southpaw, which we see very talented amateurs do that, and they like to try it out at the early stage of their pro career, but you can get caught slightly out of position at times, and you've got them pros in front of you who know how to especially work the body.
And you do it from a safe place, don't you? You've got to take a little step back if you have a switch, unless you're advancing forward with a big right hand or something, then you bring that right foot forward. Otherwise, it's a dangerous game to play with an opponent who's willing to throw.
3rd fight of the year as they accelerate Cody Smith forward. Luca Genovese in March at the York Hall, and then Francisco Rodriguez in Newcastle on that Josh Kelly undercard in July. Getting a nice taste of the big time as well.
Smith now trying to press, twitching and feinting with that lead shoulder. Just outside of punching range, but again, newbie pro, you've got to be worried about the shots that are coming back at you.
Well, I'm quite impressed with his patience, because Casada's trying to set him up with the counter attack, so maybe he can throw a few feints, but he's not overreaching with the shots, not panicking that he's not letting his hands go.
Certainly get a sense of what the buzz is about with Cody Smith. Really good opening round from him.
Yeah, nice little combination there. Just drops his feet out of range, but he's happy to let them 3s and 4 shots go, which is important in the pro game. Dave, sometimes you get so caught up in just throwing the 1s and 2s, but to come again with that second wave, it's paying dividends to get that off now in his artillery, the early stage of his career.
Tell him to concentrate, right, yeah?
Que no te entren esas manos.
Concentrate.
Concentrate. Dale, que está bien. Ese chaval no tiene nada.
10 seconds, corners. Second out, round 2.
So Cody Smith impressive in the opening round. The wise words of Stevie Smith in his corner. And as you tend to do when you prepare for these fights, you end up in a sort of box wreck rabbit hole mixed with a bit of YouTube, looking back at Stevie's career. Twice lost British title challenges, boxed Emmanuel Augustus, who was in the 2001 Ring Magazine Fight of the Year against Mickey Ward all those years ago. A legendary scrap that was. It's the joy of boxing, isn't it, in its history. These lines all bring us here to tonight. We watch Cody in action now.
He just got caught there with a big loopy right hand. The left hand slightly low, which, you know, I was guilty of throughout my career. I'm never one to say against it, but with the left hand low, you've got to be conscious that that side of your face is not covered.
But interesting, he came off after a nice bit of success from him, and I just think sometimes that's another learning experience. Sometimes you get a bit of success, you almost forget that the opponent can punch back.
Back on his jab now, he's back trying to re-establish that distance, and then look to counter from there.
Dreams of a title fight one day at Oakwell, the home of his beloved Barnsley, from Hemsworth in Yorkshire. Trains out of Hull in that Smith gym, but very much a Hemsworth lad. And very well supported here tonight.
Again, they're showing the fast feet there, Smith. Just maybe a little too much of a bigger step to get any purchase on that right uppercut, but the thought process is there. The sharp reactions, and that's good to see.
National Youth Championship in 2021, competed for England and for GB, 56 wins as an amateur. Plenty of international recognition as well. He's got all of the skills, and big smile on the face of Casada as Smith does his, I was going to say his Billy Joe Saunders impression, but everyone does it now.
Yeah, did Billy Joe come up with that? Maybe he did, I can't remember. He definitely made it famous for a little bit.
I was there in Montreal when I did it. It was absolutely fantastic, but yeah, you got a lot to answer for there, hasn't he? Because it's been a plethora of boxers since you have a little clash of heads there.
Yeah, clash of heads, and Casada has a look at the referee, but you've got to keep boxing.
Yeah, Casada really not happy with that. I can't see any blood yet, so they might come out unscathed. But still, it's nasty, it always hurts.
And Smith has done what you should do. He's taking the offensive here, trying to close the gap to the feet.
Sometimes when you have orthodox feet south, where the heads do come together, the feet get tangled up.
Moving his feet well there, Smith, at the end of round 2. Where the heads came together, George.
That was that loopy right out here, yeah. Heads come together. And do you know what? No fighter's guilty there. I think it comes together, but a smart from Smith. He just dips his chin, and and if you're going to clash heads, then he clashed with the part of head that you want to clash with. You never want to get eyebrow to eyebrow, shove the top of your head. So I like that from him right there, and then that's a wily old pro trick that he showed in the early stage of his pro career.
You stay tuned to Barry Jones and George Groves long enough, you'll learn all the tricks.
Round 3.
I'm still learning from Barry.
I had one trick, run.
Smith unloading at the start of round 3, trying to get down to business early here. He can talk as well, Cody Smith. He was calling everyone out at the pre-fight press conference, even jokingly called out Lyndon Arthur at one point. But nothing wrong with that, selling himself, making a name for himself. You've got to do it in the modern world.
work from here. They're confident to sit in the pocket there, make Casada miss and come back with some good work.
Yeah, this is a great fight, great learning fight. Casada now switch hitting, he's going from left to right. Might have a slight problem with his shoulder, he was motioning earlier, but he's always tries to keep himself in a position to punch back in a catch and fire sort of stance, shape up, and he's looking here now aggressive on the front foot.
And it's important there for Smith to, when he throws the shots, to always just move the feet a little bit. Just dip down a little bit low, just take a little pivot along the side, and that'll just keep Casada looking for the target there.
Yeah, he does really well at sort of the slight adjustments to the feet. Sometimes he'll lean his head into range, like over that front knee, but conscious that that's what he's doing, and then looking to pull away or slip out either side, knowing that the bent arm shots from the guy in front of him is coming.
Casada's been a pro since 2009. This fight number 42 for him. Up against someone who's only had a couple of pro fights this year. It's always going to be an excellent learning fight for Smith. Dealing with it pretty well so far.
Yeah, he is, because he's not panicking. If he gets clipped with the shot every now and again, when Casada throws on so far out and sort of lunges in with the shots, and they've got their looping shots, they're a little bit hard to defend at times. But again, the composure, as we've seen in the first two contests of Smith's career, composure's been fantastic. And he could up the pace here now. There's more, he could do more work, but with that, there's an opportunity and a chance that he might get a little bit scrappier out of shape.
Kind of boxing with a grimace on his face at the moment, but I think that's just the way he goes about things.
Might just being his version of fighting down on the gum shield, but there was a lovely uppercut there from Smith just before the grimace.
They're taking their time with him, and he's taking his time in the ring as well, Cody Smith. Good shot selection from him here, and that was a big right hook from Smith to end the round.
Another good round from Smith. Just ably putting a foot wrong at this point. He's having to think and concentrate on everything that's in front of him. So Casada's always punching back, and as Barry says, they're them long, loopy, sort of bent arm shots that can be deceptive. Sometimes they're hard to read. So far, so good. Cody Smith.
Stevie Smith in that Cody Smith corner. There's Casada with Sam Stokes advising him, born in Nicaragua but currently in Catalonia, in Girona in Spain. Already got a couple of scheduled fights to come later on this month as Ellison Casada, but he'll be impressed with his opponent here, Cody Smith. The great thing as well about, I know we're a long way from it, but his dream of that fight at Oakwell at Barnsley, it feels achievable. That you can almost imagine 25 fights time, the special night.
Yeah, like you said, there's plenty of hurdles on the way for that, but yeah, it would be like every boxer's dream. If you're a boxer and you do follow a football club, then that's your dream, you're boxing that stadium. It always is. Unless you're a mega star like George Groves, so you bypass that and just go to the national stadium.
Don't always work out for you, Barry, I promise you that. This is another good round from Smith. He's back. Oh, just shipped with that loopy right hand. He took it really well. He is getting caught a little bit too frequent, I think, at this moment. I'm sure Stephen Smith in his corner, we were telling him, be conscious of that left side.
See, I don't mind him getting caught. I don't mind fighters getting caught at times, because, again, he's even trying to be, he thinks he got the guy where he wants him, but again, it's just a reminder and a lesson that you always have to stay switched on. Because you can start having success and be the bully in the ring and then think that, you've got the guy where you want him. And that's not always the case. Sometimes the fighter will fight back when you least expect it. So keeping that concentration is paramount in the sport.
Right hook to the body there from Smith landed. Also a sign of how much they rate Smith. They moved him quickly enough to fight someone with this experience and quality in fight number 3. Remember, he made his debut this year.
Oh, it's ambitious for sure, it really is. But I've seen enough to say I would have took this fight for him. I think, you know, the fact that the main ingredient, I keep saying the same thing, is he keeps his composure. His temperament is really good.
He just threaded 2 really nice right hands there in the corner, right in front of us. The first one was a right uppercut, and then the right sort of straight come hook follows up instantly. You'll see a little bit more of that now, Smith. Like when he backs his guy up to set up them shots, to piece them through. He would do it behind that jab. He needs to keep the guy in front of him honest, keep him steady, touching him, then land that right hand. That's another good right hand from him.
And there's another from Smith, and he's got Casada backed into that corner.
He took the step back, but he just went too far back. He just needed just a little good move around the tag, a little bit, move around the body, rather than go back in straight lines. But it was really good work.
He must be excited in that Smith corner. They're watching him develop all the time. Learn on the job here at the moment, George.
You're right, Dave. And yeah, I mean, for someone who's had 2 fights to put him with a seasoned fighter that he's in with tonight, it shows confidence, you know, in your fighter, but also it's what you need to do. You always want to keep him tested. You don't want to give him too many gimmies and too many easy fights, because you can end up forgetting what it's like to be in a real fight. So I think this is really good matchmaking. If you're in, you know, Cody Smith's corner right now, if you're Team Cody Smith, you're thinking this is great work for my fighter.
And what's important as well there, that's perfect, it shows you, it's also, when you box, you pick up bad habits, because you're getting away with stuff, because the guy's not trying to win really, he's just doing it wrong. And bad habits are harder to lose than good habits are to keep. I can tell you that much. So I think fights like this keep you really honest.
Second out, round 5.
But you know, different weight, different stage of career and stuff, but stepping fighters up can go wrong, as we saw in Edinburgh. So there is a risk that comes with the matchmaking. But Cody Smith has been fully in control. Yeah, long right hand there from Smith.
Yeah, Casada almost going into much more negative this round, maybe not quite survival mode yet, but I think he knows he's up against it. He's getting caught more frequently with the Smith right hand. He's trying to circle the ring, but he's just not quite sharp enough to get away from the shots in front of him.
I'd just like to see Smith get a little bit lower and a few more fidgety movements about him, so he's more of a threatening opposition there, and you can say they might throw from too far out or the panic, and then you've got him where you want him.
Retreating back into that same corner. They're telling Smith to step on the gas here. I think they feel the finish might be on.
Again, this fidgety shot.
Really good shot again, and Casada hurt again, maybe as Smith piles on the pressure now. Referee's taking a long look at this. I think one more clean shot, but no.
It was good from Casada, was really good there, because he knew he didn't fire back, he was getting stopped.
Cries of Yorkshire from the travelling Hemsworth crowd here.
Big feint in these now here, Smith. Feint and throw that right hand. Big stamp with the front foot.
The great thing about this Cody Smith crowd as well, you could just sense it's going to get bigger and bigger fight by fight, especially if he performs like this.
Yeah, another good right hand landed there. He's doing that amateur trick that you're taught in the first week, is you fight in a southpaw, you take your foot outside of his front foot and loop the right hand round. He's had great success with that tonight. I just want to see that second wave, but what comes after that? Does he have to come with another angle and land the right hand to follow?
I would say this: if you take a step on the outside, you throw that right hand, throw it again. It's very rarely you get it to land it twice, so let it go again. Clash of heads.
Yeah, clash of heads. Casada had looking for help, wasn't he?
Turn around. Oi, turn around. Look at your head. Okay.
He still looks a bit sorry for himself here, Casada, and Smith is sensing that. It's a cut on that left eye of Casada.
It's a lovely right hand there from Smith. Again, we had Casada on the ropes there. Just needed maybe to slow down a little bit, just to bend his legs and maybe aim for the chest, because the body's moving everywhere, but he penned him in the corner. But there again, just clashing heads. Again, a Southwood Orthodox situation, that's all going to happen, but no serious damage, luckily. And so far, a good performance here.
Yeah, really good performance. I think Casada's starting to feel a little bit sorry for himself. I think the clash of heads with the car didn't do well. He looked a little bit deflated after that. I think another strong round. Cody, he might even be able to get rid of the guy in front of him. Yeah.
Seconds out for the 6th and final round.
Yeah, Casada's still shaking his head here ahead of this 6th and final round. And I think the finish is there here for Cody Smith if he wants it. Casada, of course, is a fighting man and he's come out to fight here.
I was going to say that about Smith. It's the balance about being the bully now and being assertive, but without losing your shape, without making silly mistakes and allowing the guy back into the fight. You want to suck his confidence away without making mistakes.
Casada started this round quite well. He landed some great body shots there. He punches loose and long. Used his shoulders. Same again here.
It's a big swelling now. That left eye from the clash of heads.
It's cut from here with blood.
Yeah, there's a cut as well, isn't there? But you can see a swelling too. Right hand landed on the button there from Cody Smith.
Still from Smith here. He takes that slide across to the left. Use that right hand, so almost like a free shot.
Referee's having a good look now, yeah.
Yeah, he's done the right thing here. Calling the doctor over to take a look at this cut. They don't want to take any risks here at all. He's nodded ahead, he's okay to carry on. Still a couple of minutes remain though. Smith looking again for that headshot. Of course, you know as well that the cut is in the mind of the referee, so any sort of significant flurry will probably lead to a stoppage here.
That's a screw shot there from Smith. Got to dip the legs now. Go, dip low, throw high.
Still just over a minute to go as Casada fights back again.
Lovely uppercut there from Smith in close.
Yeah, with a minute to go, at this stage of this fight, when he could get stopped at any moment because of this cut, this is perfect learning experience for Cody Smith for his future career. How'd you stop a guy when it doesn't mean any difference in terms of your wider career, but get in the habit of finishing guys off when you think they can be finished.
And it's going to have to be late and dramatic now as we move into the final 30 seconds, and Casada still has plenty of fight left here.
I love that from Casada. He looked like he was spent, didn't he? And he just comes back there with two meaty hooks. Left side of his face is absolutely painted with blood.
Now, I mentioned those scheduled fights he's got later on this month. Well, with that cut, it's going to be difficult for him. Smith looking for the barnstorming finish here. Great right hand there from Smith. Dip the legs of Casada. But Casada reaches the final bell. Learning fight for Smith. Full of guts from Casada, but Cody Smith is a fighter that you'd watch again and again, and we're going to enjoy watching his journey, Barry.
Yeah, I think he's been really controlled to watch, and again, he was controlled in most of this fight, but what he showed again, when he had to, he can dig deep and have a little bit of a swing around with the other guy, and I thought that was, again, it was a step up in opponent, an opponent who, when he was under pressure, fired back with unorthodox shots, hard to read, and Smith looked really good. That was a really good fight to be involved in, a really good result.
Yeah, no, I echo your words, Barry. Great developmental fight for him. Not in any real trouble tonight at all, but got off some really good work. Got caught a few times as well, so you always go back to the drawing board. How can you make those improvements? But you should be very happy with his performance tonight.
And also, I think learning about how you did this very well yourself, and I never did it at all actually, so why am I saying this? But how to stalk an opponent down, because he was stalking him, but sometimes not really being enough of a presence. And like we used to do, those little, I mentioned it in commentary, those little fidgety movements and making an opponent panic. He needed that tonight.
Yeah, and he did it in large periods really well. I mean, we all were guilty of, following our opponent around the ring and stuff like that, but you've got to do it under the spotlights. The more you do it, it's all experience banked.
Well, he certainly performed well here. Let's make it official now and get to our MC, Paul Booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, our scoring referee, Jamie Kirkpatrick, decides the bout as the 6 rounds of featherweight boxing goes the distance. He has it at 60 points to 54 points. It is a stunning victory for Cody Smith.
Good night's work from Cody Smith. He leaves the ring, I think, a better fighter than he came into it, learning all the time, and we'll watch his journey with so much interest.
There we are, everybody. He was a national champion in the amateurs. Now, as a professional boxer, next time out, it'll be 3 fights, 3 victories for the stunning Cody Smith. So everybody, our next action in the ring is when we're going live. It's going to be our main event of the evening next. We're going live on Channel 5 at 10 o'clock tonight. Our 2 title fights. Just after 10 o'clock, the vacant IBO Light Heavyweight Championship of the World, followed by the vacant British Super Welterweight title. we got Braian Suarez in action in our main event against Manchester's Lyndon King Arthur. Followed by the vacant British Super Welterweight title, Mason Cartwright and Samuel Antwi. Stay with us, get a quick break, be back in your seats at 5 to 10.